My name is Victor Frank. I'm finishing up my freshman year of college at the U of A, and I am currently planning on studying biomedical engineering as my major. Well, from going into college, I've always heard great things about your first year. Your first year, you really begin to establish who you are as a person. You're living on your own your first year. You're exposed to so many other people, different ways of life, and it's just your first year is really your introductory year to getting to know really who you are. COVID's kind of just said, gotcha, take it away. So definitely that first full year experience has kind of been a semester and a half kind of experience instead.
My name is Geneva Frank. I'm a graduating senior at the University of Arizona, and I'm graduating with a degree in neuroscience and cognitive science. I definitely think I'm missing out on like the graduation aspect of, being a senior and the celebratory phase, because the past 4 years, were pretty tough at points. So it would have been nice to really have a good celebration. But then I find myself, thinking about what other people, are feeling and going through, which doesn't really compare to not having, a ceremony. You have people who are losing their lives and losing loved ones and getting really sick. So kind of, comparing the misfortune of others to not having this celebration doesn't really seem fair. So trying to just keep an open mind about everything, and taking it one day at a time.
I mean, everyone's got plans and stuff for graduation. Like people want to go on a trip or like they go somewhere with their family or their friends. So I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to go on a road trip with some friends, but as of right now, it doesn't look like it's happening. But I'm still going to school. Going to Cal State Fullerton. Don't know how that's going to start. I don't know if I'm going to be on campus for the first semester, if it's going to be like online like we've been doing, but I'm curious to see.
I think I learned that I actually really appreciate like going out and having a meal out with my family and seeing my friends. And I think I definitely realized my appreciation for actually going to class, like an in-person class, and listening to the professor. Initially I found myself kind of celebrating the online platform, thinking it'd be a little bit easier, but then I realized I'm missing out on so much more, that comes along with the college experience, especially in my last semester.
So I was like, oh, I get to go home at first and live at home and just do stuff at home and not have to sometimes really hot Arizona. But the reality eventually hit in of what's really going to happen, especially here where I live in San Francisco, what the reality really was going to be. And it began to really suck a lot.
Definitely like the social aspect of life. Like I feel like I'm a very social person. So not being able to see my friends or just see people um, definitely sucks. I'm just trying to stay on top of everything. If like some teacher assigns me something, I just try to do it right away and kind of not let video games or something get in the way of that.
I think it took a little bit of time to get adjusted, because everything, is on your own time when you want to get things done. But for me, what really helped is setting aside time every day to work on schoolwork and set aside time for studying. Because if I didn't do that, the days just kind of fly by.
The semester is now ending for me on Tuesday, my last final, but it was a transition. I was definitely sleeping on the transitioning part. I thought it was going to be a breeze, but I was going to have no problem. I thought it was going to be whatever. I could just go with the flow and be easy breezy. But it was a definite transition because, again, my whole routine of what I did and how I operated was just thrown away, and everything just being like online, like even though like online is very like accessible and easy being at home, staring at a computer and doing your work on a computer all day, for me it definitely kind of does something to you. Definitely there are moments where I'm kind of tweaking at times.
For a long time, I'd wanted a dog, but it was never quite the right timing. So probably one of the positive aspects of COVID-19 was being able to take on the role of a dog mom. So spending time with my dog and training him has been a big part of quarantine.
I've been playing a lot of video games. I've been trying to write music. which is kind of hard sometimes just because I feel like there's no inspiration anywhere. I'm just stuck in my room. But yeah, I've just been calling my friends. I go on Discord a lot with some of my close friends, so I'm trying to talk to people all the time so I don't lose my mind.